I wanted to dispel some myths or give you a chance to answer to some of the allegations that we commonly hear, especially in the media, about the yellow vest. We've heard Bob Rae, former NDP, now Liberal Bob Rae, compare the yellow vest movement to the brown shirts. What do you have to say in response to that?
Well, first of all, I don't know what brown shirts are, so sorry. But I encourage anybody to come to any rally and see that that's not who we are. We're peaceful. These rallies, every single rally that I've been to, and I've been to quite a few, and they're peaceful. It's not the yellow vest people that are stepping out and being radical. It's people that have maybe come out of that, maybe were at one point associated with the yellow vest, but that's not who we want in this group. There is no way that's who we want in this group. We're peaceful, hardworking Canadians that are just tired of not being listened to.
Now, I've also seen insinuations that the yellow vests are Islamophobic or racist. Now, I've come across quite a few people of color when I am talking to the yellow vest people. My colleague Kian Bexy in Calgary came across a very energetic Chinese lady who was yelling about Trudeau. What do you have to say to people who say that you're just, basically white supremacists?
Well, that is absolutely ridiculous, of course, because yes, we have all races in our group, and the fear isn't about any one type of group per se, but it's about losing Canada's identity. That's what it's all about. We have to maintain our identity, and the only way to do that is to have some sort of control, whatever that control. All I'm saying is let's revisit it. This isn't working the way it's moving forward right now. But there's all kinds of races in our movement, and we are not prejudiced people, and we are being portrayed as that and racist, but we are not.
I think you're being portrayed as that by people who have never bothered to talk to you, who've never actually seen a yellow vest protest, who've never been to a yellow vest convoy. I've even seen people say that the yellow vests are anti-women. And when I go to these yellow vest protests, I see lots of female truckers and a lot of chivalry. There are people tripping over themselves to carry my camera equipment. What do you have to say to allegations that the yellow vests are somehow anti-women?
Again, absolutely ludicrous to think that you're right. We're hardworking Canadians that want to band together, and there just isn't a prejudice there. And you made a good point, is that it's all the people that aren't coming out to these rallies that are painting a brush because they see it in France. And you know what, it saddens me to see, what's happened to France for sure. But it didn't start that way. It didn't start as a radical movement. But let's ask ourselves, and not that I'm saying that it's okay by any stretch of the imagination to have violence or anything like that. That I would never, ever say we want to be peaceful. But why doesn't the government listen before it gets to that in France? We're not going to be like that in Canada by any stretch. We're going to be peaceful. But why isn't the government listening?
That's an excerpt from my weekly show, The Gunn Show. It airs every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Each week I bring you an informal interview with an interesting newsmaker or citizen activist you might not have heard of, but who is making a big difference in Canadian politics. And we'll talk about issues in a way you'll never see done in the mainstream media. To subscribe, go to therebel.media/shows.